So so Trump's lawyers are flipping on each other. His lawyers are flipping on each other right now. It's not looking good for the Donnie G. It's not looking good for the G Meister at all. Uh, let's go back. Let's go back. Legal Twitter was abuzz over the recent reports that one of former President Donald Trump's attorneys recently spoke with federal prosecutors about various details regarding Trump's alleged classified documents discovered at the Mar-a-Lago during the August FBI raid. According to an NBC News report citing three resources familiar with the matter, Christina Bobb, a one time talking head on the right wing network, One America News Network, named two other Trump attorneys involved with the case. It's not a good look. Late August report by CNN cited anonymous sources alleges Bobb's name to appear in the DOJ court filing, albeit in a redacted form. According to NBC News reports, Bobb told Department of Justice attorneys that Corcoran drafted it and told her to sign it. They're giving they're just giving each other up. At this point, that's pretty much what they're doing. They're telling on each other. They're telling on each other. They don't even care. They're telling on each other. At this point, they don't. They're giving each other up. That's what's going on. A variation of metaphor he was employed by former assistant U.S. Attorney, one time General Counsel for the FBI, Robert Mueller's right hand man during the investigation, Andrew Wiseman. Remember that name, Andrew Wiseman. Attorney and former special counsel for the U.S. Department of Defense, Ryan Goodman, said Trump lawyers turning against each other is inevitable. You see, the thing is, I've interviewed so many different people. I feel like it's not enough. I got to do more, but I've interviewed so many different people when it comes to how they feel about Donald Trump being in position. Um, you be surprised. I've had individuals who were middle to upper class tell me, "Hey, I like him. He is going to save us a lot of money. He's going to bring us a lot of money." Um, you've had poor people say, "Hey, the guy says crazy things, but I love the way he thinks, and he's honest and he's upfront, right?" And then you get some individuals who say, "I'm independent," and then there's people who say, "You know what? I don't like him." I feel like a lot of people don't really pay attention to politics. I feel like they pay attention to what everyone else says and what they hear versus what they read, and they basically research themselves. It's all about what you research yourself because you don't want to just go off of anyone else's accord. Um, like I said, I've ran into individuals who said, "Hey, he saved me a lot of money." Just flat out, they tell you, "He saved me a ton of money. I appreciate him." Flat out, they tell you just like it is. Um, I'm really, I, I myself personally, is they could talk about this on the news all day. They could talk about Trump being arrested. Oh, he has all this evidence against him. You you How's he going to get away? There's no way. They can say this all day on the news. But I personally believe nothing is going to happen to him. I feel like the only thing that they're going to do is impose a financial, how do I say this? They're going to impose a restitution on Donald Trump. That restitution, from what I have been hearing, is is starting 250 million. They want back the United States. We want 250 million. Um, you can't be on any presidential boards, or you can't run for any boards or the seat of any large corporations. And this is what they're imposing right now, which is why I said jail is not going to happen. He's not going to go to jail. Donald Trump is not going to go to jail. Um, they're going to impose this 250 million minimum. It could be more. This is just a start from what I've been researching, from what I've been listening to on different outlets, listening to different individuals in different positions speak on this matter. $250 million minimum restitution payment to the United States. And you cannot be a president on any board of any corporation or any company. You can't be on the seat of any corporation, any company. And this is what they want from him right now. You know, they know that jail is going to be something that can be very dangerous for them, because with a man who they're accusing of inciting a riot on the Capitol, they 9 times out of 10 they probably wouldn't want to lock him up, because if they do, then that will bring out the even more ignorant individuals who say, "Wow, well, you took our leader from us. What else do we have to lose?" Nobody wants to see what that looks like. Um, the United States is really not ready for the upper class, middle class, hunting class of America to go against its government. That's who they don't want to go against the government. Um, Granted, you have the minority groups, the majority groups. You have groups of people at disadvantage all over the country, but um, they don't want they don't want that. The United States doesn't want that. You know, um, so jail is not really in. It's not really something that's up for debate when it comes to Donald Trump. They're not going to put him in jail. They want to get his money, and they want to restrict him from being in a position to control. That's all it is. Pay us a nice amount of money, and you are restricted to a certain amount of control wherever you do business at. And that's the goal right now for the United States of America when it comes to Donald J. Trump. Pay attention, guys. In the beginning, you'll hear all kind of outlets. They say these things. They say a lot of these words to throw people off, to get people excited, to get people rattled, to get the conversations going, to get the views going. Like jail, that's just one of those things. But he's not going to see a jail cell. No, that's not going to happen. He's going to pay, and he's going to be restricted. Now, what happens is, does his lawyers find a way to work it out to where, instead of him being restricted, can he have some type of pull in another area? And that is where Donald Trump is going to be benefited at, because granted, hey, he may not want to pay the money. He may say, "Yo, listen, I'm not about to pay y'all no money. It's quiet for y'all. I'm not giving y'all no money." But then the lawyers may say, "You know what? This is the best option, because if not, they're going to impose this fine plus this plus that and jail time." So then Donnie J might just be like, "Hey, listen, you know what? I'll give you whatever you guys want. Y'all want 200 million? Y'all want 300 million? Y'all can have it. But now his lawyer say, you know what? We'll sign on the line. We'll give you guys the money, but you guys can't take this away. Y'all can't take that. X, Y, Z. And this is something that happens. People go, they go in the courtroom, they go back and forth, they do negotiations, it's bartering, it's all kind of stuff that's going on in the back. There's all kind of negotiations that are going on in these courtrooms. They deliberate. So now, this is what happens. We don't see him go to jail. We see him pay a fine. Donald Trump will still do business in the United States of America. It's entirely too many billionaires, multimillionaires, millionaires who are on his side versus the people who don't really have the power that this type of wealth demands. So it's like if you don't have it, it's like, okay, the very few of us millionaires and billionaires versus millions and millions of you, we will always win. Why? Because the power that these people can demand is so much bigger than what anyone can fathom. You understand? It's one thing to say, hey, I got 5 or 10 million, I got 20 million. There's people walking around right now who have that, who don't have friends, who really don't have anything but just that. But to have the finances, the wealth, and to have the power where you can say, hey, I'm going to make sure this goes down. You did a favor for me over here back in 2020. Well, check this out. I got 20 friends I'm going to invite to your event. The tickets are 100,000. I'm going to make sure they all donate at least 4 or 500,000. That's power. And you know it's nothing to do because these are the people that you've surrounded yourself with. So if you got power, then that person got power. This person got power. She got power. The kids got power. The kids turn teenagers and realize, oh, snap, we can build even more power. And this is how things work within these circles. And I'm pretty sure there's even more. I'm not saying I got the full logistics on how it works, but this is just one of the ways when power fluctuates. Because even on a small scale, you can see it if you understand what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you just got to learn or experience it. It is what it is. I've watched men do business and, hey, listen, man, I know I owe you $17,000, but here's 5,000 and a 20,000. Here's $5,000 and here's a $20,000 bottle of vintage Merlot, 1905 or 1867 vintage bottle of Merlot. People do business in so many different ways. And especially when it comes to somebody saying, hey, like the United States, we want money. You have money and we want money. We feel like you did something wrong. We caught you in something. Now that we caught you in something, Mr. Donald Trump, we want you to pay up a certain amount of money. And we want our money. And that's just how it's gonna go. So I don't want you guys to think that he's gonna go to jail. He's not going to jail. I don't wish jail on anybody. If he can get out of it, get out of it. But at the same time, he's definitely gonna face some type of penalties, and more than likely, it's gonna be financial. Like I said, they're already discussing a minimum of a 250 to $300 million payout. Minimum. That's minimum. It could always be 500. It could be 600. They could ask him for $1 billion. Give us $1 billion, leave the country, or go to jail for the rest of your life. They could say that if they wanted to. It's the United States. They're saying that this man incited a riot, so they could pretty much put him in jail for the rest of his life if they wanted to, and take all of his money. But because he has power, and because he has finances that they know they can get access to if they put a certain amount of pressure on him, they're not going to lock him up. And that comes in the bully, where we see the bully of our country. That's just what it is. You understand? And we'll see. I look forward to seeing what's going on. My humble opinion, I hope he does face his penalties. Yeah, he's definitely gonna face something. He's definitely gonna he's definitely gonna face something. We what he'll face, we don't know. But I definitely want to see. As a matter of fact, let me see something. Let me pull something up. See if I can get something up on the screen real quick. Um, let's see. Trump paying a $3 million retainer fee. That's insane. A 3 million, a $3 million retainer fee. Oh, you said I'm. Pardon me. Pardon me. You said my voice sounds low. Can you hear me now? All right. So a $3 million retainer fee that this dude is paying. That's insane. That's insane. Oh man, it's crazy. Pardon me. 1 second, y'all. So, pardon me about that, you guys. I got to take a call just now. So they're still looking. They're still thinking that he has more documents even after all of the stuff that they found. They're still looking for more documents. This is insane. But like I said, he's not gonna see. He's not gonna see the inside of a jail cell. He's not. My bet is Trump pays. He pays money, and they restrict him. Like they said, you can't be on the board or the president of any corporation or company or any large holdings, any financial firm. And that's basically what's going on. So let me know how you guys feel about this, man. Love, life, and loyalty is the motto. Stay safe, stay real, and stay true. You rock with me, I rock with you. Peace.